Hello traders and welcome to WMoption's New York edition market review. The Eurozone's GDP reading for the year's first quarter has been revised upwards back to 0.6% on the quarter. That's 1.7% year on year and a 12-month high. The largest contributor to that has been private spending and investments in the private sector. In Germany, record low unemployment and low oil prices have resulted in improved sentiment and an industrial production reading this morning that's up to 0.8% after last month's 1.1% contraction. Good news after yesterday's drooping factory orders report. The French trade balance has widened significantly, with imports up by 2 billion euros and exports up by only 1. And in the UK, housing prices rose 0.6% in May. This, while commodity equities have so far pushed the FTSE up by nearly 0.5%. It was actually up by 0.7 when trading began this morning. Most other European indexes are up by at least 1%, especially with yet another Brexit poll placing the Remains over the Brexits. Europeans in China are saying the business environment is becoming increasingly hostile as the EU's Chamber of Commerce in China meets today. 31% of those attending say the profit outlook on the mainland is bearish, and 70% said they feel unwelcome. Meanwhile, against a backdrop of falling yens and rising Nikkeis, Japan's Minister of Finance is examining the possibility of negative bank rates from the private sector to the government. Although Japan's key rate is now negative, commercial banks have not yet implemented this to their loans to private sector. World stocks are at 5-week highs, and it's all thanks to US Fed Chair Janet Yellen, who on Monday once again shot down her own interest hike balloon. The current S&P rally is now 6 weeks old, with daily declines being less than 1% and the 2100 psychological market breached, but not yet convincingly. In commodities, oil is still trading sideways and up, gold sideways and down, and orange juice squirting upward as storms threaten the state of Florida. The US Weather Service predicts up to 4 inches of rain in Tampa within the next 24 hours as hurricane season hits. Still ahead today, the US's non-farm productivity report at 12:30 p.m. GMT, at 2 p.m. an IV PMI from Canada, and at 8:30 the American Petroleum Institute's weekly crude oil stocks. At 10 to midnight, Japan's Q1 GDP, and sometime after midnight, China's trade balance. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another London market review. Meanwhile, happy trading.